Well, Aitor, obviously a lot of neutrals are excited about first versus second in the Championship. Won't decide the automatic promotion places, but you could get a really big psychological boost if you could get a victory at the Amex, couldn't you?
No, I don't think. For me, it's another game because we are in December. We have another 25 games after that game, so it's another good and another big test. But for me, there are another three points because again, after that fixture, we can finish at the top 4 teams with 44 points. So we have to play thinking that they are again three points because we will have another 2 games in the following week, Derby the following week. So these are 3 points for me at least.
Steve Bruce, I don't know if you were sort of following that result. Obviously they scored very late to win the game, but he was saying after the game that Hull City won last night that he was kind of almost surprised that his team had won 12 matches and yet they haven't managed to break away, you haven't managed to break away, Brighton haven't managed to break away. It's that close at the top, isn't it?
Yes, and it's because at the beginning of the season I think everybody was expecting Derby or Middlesbrough or Hull and Burnley and QPR, big teams fighting for this position, but Brighton, I think the people were expecting that it was a surprise in August, September, but we are in December and they are still there, so it means that they are playing well. They have a really good manager, experienced manager. For me, they are not a surprise, and now we are one more than we were at the beginning of the season.
You mentioned the manager. He's a man who knows how to get out of this division as well.
Yes, we played our last game at home against them. I had a chat with him, and for me it's a pleasure and it's an honor because he's a good coach, and for me when I am starting my career to be with coaches like him, it's always important to learn, and again I'm really pleased because he's doing a really good job.
And it's quite an achievement. Now, obviously we haven't even quite got to Christmas, but they have yet to lose a match, which is quite unusual at this stage of the season.
Yes, it's important. It's another motivation for them, but at the end of the season, it's not about how many games you have won. It's about how many points you have. So now we are with the same points, and we are going to try to win the game in the way that we usually do every single game, and at the end we will see.
You must be very proud of your defence. I mean, reading the papers this morning, all the statistics, they add up more than 11 hours since you conceded a goal at the Riverside in the Championship, and you conceded just one of the last 8 matches. I mean, it's an incredible record that you put together, and perhaps do defenders get the credit they deserve, do you think?
I said 1 or 2 weeks ago that it's not about the defenders. It's about 11 players. It's about the organisation that they have on the pitch, because in those games we've played with different shapes, different players, and the team is keeping clean sheets. So it's not about the defenders, it's not about the keepers. The keepers. We went to Old Trafford and we then conceded a goal with a lot of different players. So it's more about the organisation, about the attitude on the pitch than just the defenders.
You've never been afraid to rotate your squad. I suppose at this time of year that possibly is something that many managers have to consider anyway, because of the danger of too many games and getting injuries to key players.
I have my point of view, and I've been doing for the last 2 years. So for me, it's working. I said that someone can't understand my philosophy, but I am pleased because again now last Tuesday was a difficult game, and we finished against Birmingham really tired, and I had to think a lot about the first 11 on Tuesday, and now I have again 20 players ready to choose, and 3-4 players who didn't play last Tuesday, players who hadn't played against Birmingham played, and now they are again motivated. So it's good for me because I have again 20 players motivated, and I think it's for me it's important to do that rotation, because I never put a team on the pitch thinking about the following game or the previous game. I put the team always on the pitch thinking about to win the game.
But finally, for me, it must please you that players like Adam Forshaw can come in really hungry to do well.
Yes, and it's another reason that I should have all the players motivated, because again, Adam Forshaw always is training really well. He was unlucky when he got injured, because he could have had his chance, because Clayton and Grant were with 4 bookings, and he was injured. For that reason we brought Bruno, so Bruno is doing really well. He's another pressure for everybody, and it's the main thing to have 20 players motivated, and they don't know never for the game who are going to play.
Is that the important? Sorry, I was going to say, is that the key thing? Everyone's bought into that philosophy. Whether you change the team, they all know what's expected of them when they play.
Yeah, they arrive to the meetings before the games and they don't know who are going to play. And for me it's important because I know that all of them can play, and for them it's important because all of them know that always they are going to have their opportunity. And for that reason it's good. It's good for me, especially when we have the busy month like this month, and you go to your desk and you have 20 players, 20 really good players to choose, and it's working, so I'm really pleased and really proud of all of them.
Having that strength in depth, that quality, it allows you to change the team, but the actual quality that you're putting out in the 11 isn't too much affected, is it? So that allows you to get the results.
Yes, because again, always I think about to win the games, and when I pick the first 11 is because I trust the players who are going to play. And sometimes, for example, last Tuesday, I thought I thought about that team, and I thought about the substitution, and Grant, Albert, and Stuani, when they went to the pitch, they gave me the thing that I was expecting, because they changed the game. We had chances with transitions, and it was perfect because the player who played and hadn't played against Birmingham, for example, played really well, and the players who went from the bench gave me the things that I was expecting.
And do you think the players now understand that you're not going to play every game, but you are part of a group that's going to be heavily involved this season?
The players knows everything. The players know everything since they arrived here, and for me, I said always that the name, the contract, the experience is not important, because the players who are going to play is the players who are performing well, the players who are training well, and the players who give something to the team. And for that reason, we have now 20 players, and I can pick everyone, and it's not a problem. And it's for that reason that they have the amazing relationship that they have in the changing room.
You've mentioned Brighton's good form this season. What is it that, having seen the videos and no doubt watched them as well doing your scouting, what is it that makes them such a hard team to beat?
It's more or less like us, because they are a organized, really organized team. They have good players. They have players who I know from Spain, so they've been doing well, not last season, but when Oscar was here, my first season here, they played the playoffs. They said they are a good club, facilities and everything, and when a manager like Chris arrived and he had everything last season, he finished really well, and this season is doing really, really well. Yeah,
I suppose that's the point, isn't it? Brighton have been up there for a few seasons. Last season they fell away, they did change managers, and Chris seems to have got them back on track again.
Yes, and again, last season was difficult for them. They weren't right with the first choice at the beginning of the season, but again, when Chris arrived, everything was different. They finished the season really, really well, and now they are doing really well.
Everyone's striving to be in that Premier League, and what the rewards are there and everything. but you look at the Premier League. I'm just going to flick it around a little bit. And would you expect? Obviously, people will associate you and Jose Mourinho to see where Chelsea are, and the fact they've stuck by him. Does that surprise you?
It surprised me because Jose is the best, and surprised me because it's the first time for him in that situation. But again, I don't know what's going to happen on Saturday, but I am sure that after the game on Saturday and after the game the following Saturday, Jose will be the best coach and the best manager in the world. And
knowing him as you do, you're not surprised that they've stuck by him because he is, as you described, the best coach around.
Yes, but it's football, and again, it's the first situation for him, but he's gonna keep going strong.
It's great to see that the Spanish managers that have come into the British game and are making an impact, and clearly, I think the philosophies are rubbing off on some of the English players as well. It's a nice combination, isn't it? The technical side of things that I think like yourself, you're bringing to the game, and also maybe the hard working ethic that we're used to from the British player.
Yes, but the main thing for me as a coach is to trust your job, because if I had a right here and at the beginning we lost 3 games in the first 5, and I had changed my philosophy, my ideas, now I would have been at home. So I knew, and I trusted me, I trusted the club, I trusted the players, and for that reason, when you trust one idea, you have to follow that idea. And now, 2 years later, I think that our philosophy is working here.
Just finally, I just wanted to ask you about talking about the Spanish managers. A lot of talk what Pep Guardiola is going to do next. Do you think eventually one day he will be a Premier League manager, and is he suited his style, having sort of worked in opposition, I suppose, as the Real Madrid coach there?
I think he will come here because he's another great coach. I had the opportunity to be with him 1 month ago when I was in Spain, and he asked me about the league, and not the league because I'm not in Premier League, but about the country, about everything, and I told him that for him would be really good to come here, and I think one day he will come.
Just a couple I thought. Brighton, quite rightly, getting credit for being unbeaten at this stage of the season. But what does it say about your season that you're actually ahead of them?
Sorry?
What does it say about your season that even though they're unbeaten, you're ahead of them?
Yes, for the reason I said that at the end of the season it's not about how many games you've lost or you win, it's about the points. And now, even when we've lost a few games, we are with the same points. So at the end we have to add points. We are in the good way. I think it's 1 point above the average that everybody has told me, so 2 points per game. So again, we have to look about ourselves. We have to keep going in the same way, and we are good now.
I know you said there are many games still to play, but how nice would it be to be able to say you were the first team to beat Brighton?
It's can be another motivation for everybody, but again, for me it's just three points, because sometimes when you are expecting a lot of motivation, a lot of good things, when you lose, it's a failure. For me, it's another 3 points, because if we lose against Brighton next Saturday, we will have another 2 games in 2 days in Boxing Day. So at the end is the important thing.